everyone, this is Captain MKG here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of our Planetbase Let's Play series that I'm working our way through. This is going to be episode 8, and I'm just going to go ahead and just start playing the video right now. Okay, so what I've done here is I've actually gone ahead and I decided to speed up the process for me in terms of what I was doing before was basically just watching the video before I exported it out. So what I've done now is I've actually exported it out the video, and now we're just going to watch it together without having to worry about the rendering process, which is what was probably causing a lot of commentary issues for me. But anyways, as we're looking around right now, it does appear that we still have our old starport still intact. We still have our old security, and we also, looks like we still have a large cargo container still, well, not cargo container, but storage facility still full of all the raw materials that we still need to use. Having raw materials is, it's a good thing most of the time, but eventually, you do have to either use them or, sell them, because otherwise they're just not going to do much. They're just sitting there doing nothing. So, now we can see here I've turned on the starport. We're going to go ahead and start bringing back colonists. And if I remember right, I think there's about another minute or so before I speed things up again, but for right now, obviously, we're trying to bring in our colonists. We have our excellent status. Our prestige is looking really good right now. And all of our various supplies, stats are good. Doesn't matter, the grid's not generating anything. And yeah, we're just too short away of finishing off this one. And here we go, sped up version. Now again, as with all the colonists, watch them die. Those deaths were the rogue visitors that like to come in and mess up the base. So we're able to sneak those guys out, or sorry, just filter those guys out and just keep them out of our hair. This way we can go ahead and just keep focusing on bringing in more recruits, because now we're starting to get to the point where, we're not needing as many medical personnel as we used to. But once we start letting in more visitors, we will need to, up the medical staff a little bit, just in case we do have radiation poisoning coming in, or, anything major like that in terms of medical, reprieve. As you can see here, right now, we're just slowly trying to inch our way around, excuse me. We're trying to slowly inch our way around the mountain there, just moving all about, just doing, so much. I'm just watching the numbers and all of our colonists just passing away from asphyxiation because, again, you have to progress slowly and methodically. You can't just do it all in one lump sum. Otherwise, immediate death happens because, yes, they'll get the supplies out there and they'll try to build everything. But what ends up happening is by the time they get out there, they run out of O2, and so they can't get back in time, and so they die. So, not exactly the most efficient way of doing things, but it's just that's just the way the game's AI works. So you have to work how to play with the game's AI and, make it work to your advantage, which is why having robots helps. But I don't know how many robots we're going to be able to get into this particular game, but hopefully at least 150, if not more. Alright, so once again, more colonists are going up, so we're doing good. We definitely have, we might be trying to finish this out as quickly as we can, because all we need to do next is to get 300 colonists, keep the base relatively stable, and of course go ahead and the last thing we're going to have to build for the achievements is the monolith, and that takes, well, quite a few resources, specifically the semiconductors, so that's going to take a while. And it's also going to take a while for us to go ahead and start emptying out everything here. And that's why we're going to keep the starport open for right now, is just so we can go ahead and start flushing this out so that we can tear it down and repurpose it for, well, energy production, because that's essentially what we need. Because what I'm noticing again right now here is the various energy storage, they're all going down. Power outages are constant, so that's something I need to work on moving forward. As you can see there, the glass pyramid, we already built there over in the left-hand side. That's part of achieving all all the other status or all the other achievements that we need, because we need to have the pyramid built there in order to build the monolith. So, and again, once monolith is up, 300 people is all we need, and that's it. And this one's done. But for me, what I like to do to make sure this is done is I'm going to try to export or utilize every little bit of area that I can in order to, you know, essentially just let the base run on autopilot. So, and you can see here, I'm trying to slowly figure out how to organize myself here in this cramped little space. Eventually I figure it out. And we're at the last few seconds here. So with that, guys and everyone else, thank you so much for watching. And, well, I'll see you next time.